환영합니다. Welcome to K-Culture Dive, where we dive deeper into the heart of Korean culture with K-entertainment issues, AI culture news, and today our weekly K-sports segment where we've got all the highlights of the Winter Olympics. And I'm your host, Kwon So-wha. Let's dive in. Joining us this Tuesday is my co-host Bella Kim. Hello, Bella.
Hi, Soa. And hello to everyone joining us today on K-Culture Dive. I'm Bella, back again to co-host and fill you guys in with some exciting K-entertainment news, especially focused on K-pop groups today.
All right, Bella, let's start with BTS. It looks like their anticipated comeback concert tickets became available yesterday. Did you get one for me?
Oh, for you? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my hands on tickets for both of us. It was very tough. BTS definitely proved their overwhelming popularity once again as the free tickets for their Gwanghwamun concert were scooped up instantly. The ticket reservations for BTS The Comeback Live Arirang opened at 8 p.m. Korean time yesterday, Monday, and immediately draw more than 100,000 people online. And tickets for BTS concerts are, always so intense, of course, but this time the ticket war was even tougher as the concert is free of charge. Waiting numbers quickly soared and many fans were unable to secure seats even after waiting for more than 30 minutes. Shortly after reservations opened, posts offering ticket transfers and proxy purchasing appeared across social media, prompting police to warn fans about potential fraud. The BTS comeback concert will take place on March 21st at 8 p.m. Korean time for about an hour in Gwanghwamun Square. And it will also be broadcast live on Netflix in more than 190 countries across the globe.
I know where you and I are going to be on that day.
Oh, yes.
Glued in front of the screen, of course.
Definitely, yes.
But now, Bella, let's talk about our next story. It's on a girl group that celebrated a meaningful day with a meaningful deed.
For sure. We're going to be talking about a rookie K-pop girl group, Heart to Hearts. They marked the first anniversary of their debut with a charity donation. According to their agency, SM Entertainment, the group donated 50 million won, that's about 35,000 US dollars, in the name of their official fan club, HUNTR, to support underprivileged young females in Korea. The donation will be used to provide sanitary supplies and also run emotional and educational support programs. The contribution was made as a gesture of gratitude towards the love and support Heart to Hearts have received over the past year. And the group hopes to bring strength and comfort to young girls through this small gesture. Meanwhile, Heart to Heart successfully held their first fan meeting to commemorate their one-year anniversary.
Well, Hearts to Hearts indeed received a lot of love over the past year. If I'm correct, they received the biggest amount of rookie awards in the past year as well. So, and it also looks like they have warm hearts,
Definitely.
to hearts as well. And Bella, for our last story, we go back to another boy group that keeps on rising.
That's correct. Rise are wowing fans on their first world tour, Rising Loud. With overwhelming fan demand, the group added special edition shows at Tokyo Dome, becoming the fastest K-pop boy group to hold solo concerts at this iconic venue. Rise drew a total of 120,000 fans across 3 sold-out nights from February 21st to 23rd, reaffirming their explosive global rise. The concert was filled with the members' powerful performance and fan favorites hit tracks such as Get a Guitar, Boom Boom Bass, and Fly Up. Rise also delivered special stages for their Japan concerts, including their Oricon Daily Chart topping single All of You and the Japanese version of Love 119. Rise will conclude their world tour with the finale concert from March 6th to 8th at K-Expo Dome in Seoul.
All right, and that concludes K-Enter for now. Stick around, Bella, and thanks for the updates.
Thank you.
And now let's go over to our AI anchor Arirang for more on the culture front. Arirang, over to you.
Thanks, Swa. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. First Lady Kim Ye-kyung hosted Brazil's First Lady Rosângela Lula da Silva for a series of cultural engagements on Monday. Their meeting took place on the sidelines of President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva's state visit to South Korea. Kim presented a custom-made traditional hanbok to Da Silva, and the two visited the Seoul Museum of Craft Art to explore various Korean exhibitions. This diplomatic exchange followed a weekend of joint activities, including a visit to the National Folk Museum, where they discussed their shared interests in traditional crafts and contemporary K-culture. Kim expressed hope that Korea and Brazil would become close partners for mutual prosperity, and Da Silva responded that she hopes to see continued bilateral cooperation across a wide range of fields. Director of the National Museum of Korea, Yoo Hong-jun, emphasized the need to expand the museum's facilities to accommodate its growing global stature in rising visitor numbers. Speaking at a forum in Seoul on Monday, Yoo said the museum should push for plans to build a second permanent exhibition building. The museum currently operates 7 permanent exhibition halls, which have been open free of charge since 2008. Regarding the debated issue of introducing admission fees, he took a cautious stance, saying it will be reviewed carefully. A survey has found that Instagram and TikTok have posted the strongest growth among short-form video platforms in Korea over the past year. According to data analytics firm WhatsApp Retail's latest survey of South Korean smartphone users, Instagram recorded nearly 28 million monthly active users as of January this year, a 5% jump from last year and an all-time high for the platform. TikTok's monthly users rose 24% on year to over 9.4 million, while users of TikTok Lite jumped 61% to more than 7 million. Both figures marked record highs since each service was introduced. That's all from me. Turning now to a quick look at more K-culture stories making headlines today.
Are you into K-pop, but are slowly opening up your eyes to traditional Korean music as well? Then you might want to check out a new girl duo that made its debut just a month ago and is blending traditional Korean elements with modern music, bringing a fresh new sound to K-pop. Our culture correspondent Park Gun-woo met them.
Surpassing 10 million views for their debut music video within a month, the fresh new duo dodree is drawing global attention for incorporating traditional Korean elements into their music while weaving traditional dance into their performances to create a lyrical and dreamlike atmosphere.
At first, it might feel unfamiliar or even difficult, but the charm, emotion, and energy of traditional Korean music can go beyond language. By blending it with more familiar genres, we wanted to make it easier for listeners to approach.
The name dodree reflects that mission, as it's a combination of the traditional rhythmic pattern dodree 장단 and the word free, reflecting their ambition to transcend genre boundaries through traditional sound. Youngju has trained in traditional Korean narrative singing pansori since the age of 3, coming from a third-generation family of traditional musicians, making the transition to dance an even greater challenge for her.
아리아리랑 스리스리랑 아라리가 났네 아리랑 아라리가 났네.
Wow.
I've been singing my whole life, so dancing while singing was my biggest challenge. But practice is the only answer. I want to become a role model who makes others feel that challenges don't have to be feared.
And Songhyun, who majored in traditional Korean dance, hopes to incorporate even more traditional styles into their performances.
Since this kind of music has no fixed answer, finding the right direction is our biggest task. I hope to become an artist who brings both charisma and joy on stage, one day incorporating traditional dance elements, such as drum performances, like Janggu dance.
And it seems to be resonating globally as the duo says more global fans are engaging with them online, with some even calling them the real-life version of HUNTR.
Some said they burst into tears watching our performance. That made me feel that emotion can be truly delivered despite language differences. Like in K-pop Demon Hunters, just as K-culture blends naturally into the story, we hope to let the beauty of traditional Korean music blend naturally into K-pop.
Looking ahead, they say they hope to collaborate widely, even naming BTS, while expressing interest in exploring R&B and jazz. Despite their bold artistic direction, their goals remain grounded.
My goal is to always do my best with consistency, values that are emphasized strongly by JYP.
My biggest goal is to not lose myself as I continue this journey.
With humility guiding their journey, dodree is just beginning, bringing tradition into the future of K-pop while expanding the boundaries of the K-pop scene. 박건우, Arirang News.
The 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics have wrapped up, and we've got all the highlights today with our sportscaster Jason Lee in the studio. Welcome back, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Good afternoon.
So we are obviously going to talk about the Winter
How can we
Games.
not?
But is there anything else significant in the world of sports that you want to update us on?
You know, there isn't too much, but I will mention that Major League Soccer just started, and Sonheung-min's LAFC were involved in the opening game. They took on Lionel Messi's Inter Miami, the defending champions, and they went on to defeat them 3-0 in the featured game. No goals for Sonny in this one, but he did assist on the opening goal, helping his team to victory, so some good news there.
Yeah, oh, wow, winning against Messi itself, another significant career point for Son as well.
Absolutely.
But now let's talk about the Winter Olympics. I mean, I think the fever hasn't cooled down yet, especially for Korea, which came home with not one, not two, but 3 gold medals. So how did we do generally?
Yeah, I think, you know, going into these games, Korea had the goal of trying to capture 3 gold medals, an improvement certainly of the previous Olympics in Beijing. So they were able to achieve that. They indeed won 3 gold medals. And I honestly thought that going into these games, that the bar was actually set a little bit low at 3 gold medals, but I guess the experts turned out to be exactly correct. Korea was also hoping to place in the top 10 in the overall standings. They ended up finishing a little bit short of that in 13th place with 3 golds, 4 silvers, and 3 bronze. So, you know, they got the 3 golds, which I think were the big achievement that they wanted to do. A little bit short on the total medal standings. However, a lot of other teams had 4 or 5 gold medals that were around the top 10.
Very impressive for Team Korea.
Yeah.
And there were so many memorable moments for Korean athletes at this year's Olympics. I know you talked a lot about Choi Ga-eun, the snowboarder, before. So please tell us how she did. I know she did sure make a history at this Olympics, so tell us how she did.
Yeah, she had me up at 5 a.m. to watch her snowboard. So unquestionably, Choi Ga-eun's gold medal run in the women's snowboard halfpipe was certainly my most memorable experience at these Olympics. So many stories surrounding this. Keep in mind that the way it works in snowboarding is each snowboarder in the half pipe, you get 3 runs at it. Whichever score is the highest, that's the score that you keep. So on her first run, she fell really hard, and it was to the point where they brought out the stretcher. They were checking her for concussions. There was question as to if she could continue at all whatsoever, and it seemed like, you know, Korea's opportunity in the snowboarding event might be dashed. But then eventually she did come out for a second run, and, you know, in that event, in that run, she fell once again. And if she didn't compete or complete a third run, then she would have practically finished last in the event. So a lot of questions as to, you know, how the injury from the first run affected her second run. Would she even go out for a third run? Certainly when you crash as hard as you did, mentally it sets in as well. But indeed, Chaegon, finally, she did go out for the third run, and she nailed it perfectly. She showed so much courage, especially for being just a 17-year-old girl who could have given up and kind of said, oh, well, you know, let's go for it 4 years later when I'm 21 and, you know, still have an opportunity. But no, she got back up on the horse. Perfect run on her third go at it. 90.25 was her score. And with that, she gave Korea the gold medal. In doing so, she also beat her own idol, Chloe Kim, who is, of course, the 2-time defending Olympic gold medalist in the event. So a legend that she defeats, her own idol. It takes courage and bravery to do it after a really, really hard fall in the first run. And after she got back to Korea, it turns out that she had 3 fractures. 3 fractures while doing that. So the pain tolerance and the mental fortitude to complete that. What a hero that Chaegon is.
Yes, definitely.
Super mentality, super snowboarder. And I really also liked how Chloe Kim and congratulated her.
She was the first one there.
I know,
yeah.
It was such a very nice, you know, to see those two hugging each other and congratulating each other. And when I was watching Chaegon, like in the first 2 rounds, it felt like I was actually watching a fictional sports movie on a sports hero. It was amazing.
Because no one really expected her to come back for the second trial and even the third trial, right?
Absolutely. The commentators were like, is she even going to come out? Which is
I thought it was
totally
DNS,
valid.
yes.
Yeah, like I really thought that, okay, maybe that's just how it's going to end.
I know.
But yeah, the heroics, the bravery, the courage.
And speaking of commentator and expert, we heard Chaegon, that name, a lot of times from you,
Yes,
Jason.
yes.
And your predictions came true.
Fortunately for all of us.
But as impressive as Chaegon was, she wasn't named as the top Korean at the Olympics because that honor went to double gold winner Kim Gi-lee.
Yes, what an event, what a performance that she had. You know, ironically, both Kim Gi-lee and Chaegon had to surpass their idols and mentors in order to win their gold medals. So, yes, Kim Gi-lee won 2 gold medals, one in the women's 3,000-meter relay in short track speed skating, and then another in the women's individual 1,500-meter event. And a few things that I want to point out about her wins. Let's start with the 3,000-meter relay. Kim Gi-lee was the anchor for Korea's relay team, meaning that she skated the last 2 laps. And when she started those final 2 laps, she was in second place. The skater that she had to pass to earn Korea the gold medal was Italy's Arianna Fontana, who owns 14 Olympic short track speed skating medals. That's easily the most all-time, men or women, doesn't matter. No one has been decorated more as a short track speed skater than Arianna Fontana. This is a legend of sports track speed skating that knows how to hold off someone that's trying to pass her. We're talking about veteran experience, savviness. That's the person that she had to beat. And remember, this is in Italy. This is in Milan, her country, her fans cheering her on to give her an extra burst of energy. But in that moment, the fact that Kim Gi-lee found a way to pass her with just 2 laps to do it, I don't know if the average person is going to be able to appreciate just how impressive of a feat that was. So certainly kudos to Kim Ki-ri in the relay to win Korea, the whole team, that gold medal. As for the individual gold medal that she won in the 1500-meter event, she won the final easily, and in doing so, she dethroned the two-time defending champion of that event, the 1500-meter event, of course, that being her very own teammate and idol, Choi Min-jung. So to be able to see your idol in front of you, that she goes on to pass in the race and to win the gold, certainly a special moment for her. And of course, Choi Min-jung herself, being as decorated as she is, the two-time defending champ of the 1500 meter. And now, Choi Min-jung, by the way, is the most decorated Olympian of all time for Korea. She's won now 7 medals overall. No one has won more medals for Korea in either Summer or Winter Olympics. And after the games were completed, Choi Min-jung actually surprisingly announced that she would be retiring from Olympic competition. It actually caught a lot of people off guard, both athletes, as they were questioning her teammates. They said, oh, we didn't know. So I guess she just kind of maybe kept it to herself before she made it public. But certainly, I think it's sad that we're going to be losing Choi Min-jung for other Olympics, because she obviously certainly has things to offer in that regards. But at the same time, I think Korea is certainly in very good hands with Kim Ki-ri, who now, by the way, is just 21 years of age. So I'm sure we can expect to see her in the next 2 or 3 Olympics, perhaps.
Right, very young energy, and I love her energy as a person as well. As we also briefly saw in the picture, how she made the jump during the podium ceremony. Yes. I love that.
Yes,
and her
character.
Yes, definitely, and her nickname definitely showed off. There's a nickname for her, Lamborghini.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, guess who's picking her up at the airport today, this afternoon? That sports car brand is actually going to pick her up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good
I thought you were going to say you.
No, not me.
But she's still in Italy.
A better driver than me, yes. Yes, so that's a little fun fact. Also, you mentioned that Korea won 4 silvers and also 3 bronze as well. So which of those stood out to you the most?
Well, I mentioned before that Kim Sang-kyum's silver medal in the men's parallel giant slalom in snowboarding. That was earlier in the games. It was in the round of 16 and the round of 8 that his opponent actually slipped and fell. So he was quite fortunate to go on to win the silver medal as it was. But, it was Korea's first medal, and it was honestly a little bit unexpected, as he acknowledged as well. But also the fact that this is in snowboarding, where Korea doesn't often win medals. Korea, actually totaled a gold, a silver, and a bronze in snowboarding for this Olympics. So hopefully this will inspire more younger Koreans to take up snowboarding and perhaps grow the sport competitively here as well. The other medal that stood out to me was Lim Jong-un taking bronze in the men's 1,000-meter event in short track speed skating. And he also contributed to Korea taking silver in the men's 5,000-meter relay. Now, what stands out about Lim Jong-un is he's only 18 years old. So he could easily be the future of the sport, much like Kim Ki-ri is for the women's side. He could be the top men's, perhaps, in the future. Meanwhile, on the men's side, Hwang Dae-hun, he's probably been the most successful male short track skater in recent years. He took a silver in the 1500 event this time, and he actually won that 4 years ago in Beijing. So he started out winning a silver medal in Pyeongchang in 2018 when he was just 18 years old. So perhaps Lim Jong-un's success here at the age of 18 might foreshadow some things in the future. 4 years later in France, maybe 8 years later in Salt Lake City. We'll have to wait and see.
Now, definitely there are expected results and unexpected results. That's why these kinds of big sports events are always so fun to watch.
Yeah.
But Jason, let's wrap up with athletes that didn't win medals, but still came close or had maybe inspiring stories.
Yeah, certainly. It can be painful to come so close. Korea's women's curling team finished in 5th place, just missing out on the semifinals and a chance to medal. They lost to Canada in their final game, basically needing to win that in order to advance to the semifinals, but they lost that, unfortunately. The one thing that I did want to mention, though, is while watching the ladies curling team quite a bit, I noticed that their third, Kim Min-ji, really good. She's just 26 years of age. She's 10 years younger than their skip, Kim Eun-ji. And, you know, a lot of thirds eventually become skips of their own. And I could see her perhaps leading a championship team in the future, so maybe a name to watch in future Olympics as well. Cha Jun-hwan just missed out on a medal by finishing 4th in men's figure skating. Obviously, the real big story in figure skating was actually the favorite, Ilya Malinin, falling over and over again to an 8th place finish. Unfortunately, Cha Jun-hwan also fell once in his free skate, and that was just enough to knock him off the podium as he finishes in 4th place, just missing out on a medal. That was by less than a point as well, by the way. Another sport that Korea failed to medal in was long track speed skating. Jung Jae-won finished in 5th place in the mass start. That was the closest that we got in long track speed skating, and it means it's the first time that Korea has failed to win a medal on the long track since the Salt Lake Winter Olympics, dating all the way back to 2002.
Well, on that note, let's celebrate not only the medal winners, but each and every one of the athletes for their hard efforts in the past weeks, not just weeks, months and years.
Yeah, training
so,
too.
yeah, and thank you, Jason, for your rundown, and we're looking forward to next time.
Thank you, Jason.
And thank you, Bella, as always. We're going to see you back here later this week.
Yes, I'll see you back very soon.
And thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-culture. Please tune in again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Korea time. Keep diving.